Hello friends, I am Harun and it's your YouTube channel Harun Barjon. Today in this video I will discuss another 33 very important MCQ questions for NEET. This is the part 2. Part 1 I already described before, and the link of the part 1 video I am giving in the description box. So don't be late, let's start the part 2 video. These MCQs are very important for MCQ, NEET aspirants and also other biology based competitive exam aspirants. So the question number 33 says, in which point pulmonary artery is different from pulmonary vein? The pulmonary artery is different from pulmonary vein. Pulmonary term, when you can see pulmonary, the term pulmonary, you can understand that it's related to lungs. So through pulmonary artery, the deoxygenated blood is transferred from heart to lungs, and pulmonary vein, only oxygenated blood are transferred from lungs to heart. Pulmonary artery is thick walled for high pressure, but pulmonary vein is thin walled, low pressure. Pulmonary artery branches into right and left, but pulmonary vein has 4 veins, 2 per lungs. Pulmonary artery is the blood is low oxygen, high carbon dioxide, that is deoxygenated blood, but high oxygen, low carbon dioxide, essential for gas exchange and critical for systematic circulation. Clear? So the difference between artery and vein is thick walled. Its lumen is broad, its wall is thick, it has valves, it does not possess endothelium. The right option is its wall is very thick. Pulmonary artery wall is very thick because due to high pressure. Question number 34 says, pulmonary aorta in mammalian embryos communicates with corticosystematic aorta by a thin vessels called ductus arteriosus, which later closes and remains in adults. This is ductus arteriosus. And this tube is connected with the placenta, through which the blood transferred from mother to fetus. But when the placenta is removed or after childbirth, this ductus arteriosus is converted to ligamentum arteriosus. The correct option is 2. 35 number question says, the animal which retain urea hypertonicity is man, bird, elasmobranch এবং amphibia. Here this is the elasmobranch. This one means shark. Elasmobranch means shark. Here the answer is elasmobranch. Third question number 36 says, marine teleost fishes excrete uric acid, ammonia, TMAO, all of these. So marine teleost, that is, these are marine, this freshwater teleost, and another species of this teleost is marine teleost. They secrete TMAO. TMAO is osmolyte. TMAO, that is, the full form of this is trimethylamine oxide. Amine oxide is a osmolyte. Osmolyte means the chemicals that balance the osmotic balance or ion balance in organism. Okay, the answer is TMO, trimethylamine oxide. Third number question says, identify the labeling A, B, C and D and E in the given diagram. A for pubis. A is pubis. A is pubis. B is the femur. C for tibia. At last, C for tibia. D for ilium. E for sacrum. So, correct option is pubis, femur, tibia, ilium and serum. That is 4 is the correct option. Question number 38 says, joint between the skin and the atlas, skull and atlas, which is responsible for nodding movement is called skull. This is skull and this is atlas. Okay, this joint called atlanto-occipital joint, atlanto-axial joint, atlanto-occipital condyle. So this is the atlanto-occipital joint. This joint is called atlanto-occipital joint. Atlanto-axial joint, this is the axis, this is called atlanto-axial joint. This is called atlanto-axial joint. And occipital condyle is, this is occipital condyle. Human has 2 occipital condyle. Okay, but birds has only 1 occipital condyle. So birds can move their head 360 degree, but human has 2 occipital condyle, so only 180 degree they can move their head. This is called foramen of magnum. Next question, 39. Which function of the liver results in the production of bile pigment? Bile pigment means bilirubin and biliverdin. These two are bile pigment that produced by breakdown of hemoglobins, deamination of amino acid, detoxification of metabolic poison, release of stored vitamin A. This is breakdown of hemoglobin. Question number 40. At the point of exit of the optic nerves, there are no rods and cones. There are rods but no cones. There are cones but no rods. All type of cells are absent. That is, correct option is, there are all type of cells are absent, rod cell or cone cell. So there is no image formation in the blind spot or optic nerve release from that position. 41 on number question, brain sand. What is brain sand? This is the typical question is, what is brain sand? Calcium carbonate and calcium phosphate. During puberty, the pineal body during puberty, the pineal body is deposited by calcium carbonate and calcium phosphate. Okay, this is called brain sand. This is occurring pineal body. 42 number question says, in the nerve cells, the reversal of the resting potential is known as depolarization. This occurs due to, suppose you can say, in case of resting potential, the negative charge is present inside and positive charge outside. That means the sodium ion outside, potassium ion inside. But during the polarized condition, when depolarization occurs, the sodium ion starts to influx and potassium ion starts to efflux. That means during depolarization condition, the influx of sodium ion occur. Forty-three number question says the energy for muscle contraction. The energy for muscle contraction is most directly obtained from the ATP. 44 number question says which of these has distinct outer sarcolemma? Sarcolemma means the plasma membrane of muscle fibers. Sarcolemma covering striated, unstriated, circular muscle, all these. Which of these has distinct outer sarcolemma covering? That is striated muscle. This is called striation. This is striation. Striation. That is striated muscle or skeletal muscle. Skeletal muscle or voluntary muscle. 45 number question says select the answer which gives correct matching of the end product of the digestion in human with site and mechanism of digestion. In case of human body, human digestive system, the major digestion occur in stomach and small intestine, and absorption occur in most of the absorption of food or minerals. Absorption occur in small intestine. So the correct option is the glucose small intestine active transport. Forty-six number question says during the conduction of an impulse on the inside of plasma membrane of a neuron, plasma membrane of neuron is called neurolemma. Electrical potential changes from negative to positive and remains positive, negative to positive and then to negative, the positive to negative and then remains negative, positive to negative and then to positive. Here you can say this is the normal state where in case of normal state the outer charge is positive, inner charge is negative. But during depolarized condition, the positive charge enter inside the plasma lemma and negative charge outside of the plasma lemma. So here the positive, first negative, then positive, negative will positive, negative, then positive, then again negative. That is negative, positive, and then again negative. The negative to positive and then negative. This is the correct option. 47 number question says smallest formed element in fluid connective tissue is thrombocyte, or that is called platelet. Platelet is the smallest cell in fluid connective tissue, and in case of blood cells their monocyte is the smallest. In case of blood cell the monocyte is smallest, but in case of fluid connective, total fluid connective in our body, the thrombocyte or platelet is smallest and is 2 to 4 micrometer in size. 2 to 4 micrometer. For that number question, tendon is structure which connect. The tendon means this is tendon, bind muscle to bone. Muscle to bone connected by tendon, and ligament means when bone to bone connection is occur. So here tendon represent muscle with a bone. 2. 14 number question, ELISA is used to detect viruses. ELISA enzyme linked immunosorbent assay. It is a technique to determine the presence of any antigen or any protein in our blood. Detect viruses where catalase is the key reagent, alkaline phosphatase is the key reagent, southern blotting is done, DNA probes are required. Here option number 2 is right. Alkaline phosphatase is the key reagent. You can see here this is antibody, and we can determine the amount of this red color antigen. Okay, then substrate labeled antibody is used to detect this antibody antigen. Here use substrate. Substrate means alkaline phosphatase. that color product is produced. By this color product, we can easily understand the presence of antigen or amount of antigen. 50 number question says, column 1 match the column 1, column 2. PCR, polymerase chain reaction. Function of polymerase chain reaction is amplification of DNA, that is discovered by Kerry Mullis. Tag for DNA. Tag DNA is a Thermus aquaticus bacteria, thermostable bacteria that produce tag DNA. 1b, 2a. And the extra chromosomal DNA, that is called plasmid. Plasmid polymerase is the extra chromosomal part of the bacterial DNA. Etherium bromide is DNA staining. The correct option is 2. The next question is 51. A human gene product can be produced by genetically engineered bacteria. This is possible because genetic code is universal. 52. Genetic code consists total number of amino acid 20. 20 amino acid are present in our nature. That is represented by 64 codon. Number of nitrogen base is 4. Clear? And on code contain 3 nucleotide. Say for example, methionine on amino acid, this is represented by AUG. Okay, so 4 to the power 3. That means 4 into 4 into 4, 64. Total 64 codon is present, and 3 made by 3 nucleotide is codon. Number 4 is right. 53 number question says that dominantly inherited disorder in human being is Huntington disease, autosomal dominant disorder. Tay-Sachs disease is autosomal recessive disease. Phenylketonuria is also autosomal recessive disease, and albinism also autosomal recessive disorder. 454 number question says haploid are able to express both recessive and dominant allele mutation because there is many alleles for each gene, only 2 alleles in gene, only 1 allele. Haploid means suppose AA, 2n is equal to A. The haploid means only A. So only 1 allele for a gene in the individual. That's why the dominant and recessive mutation occur. 55 number says satellite DNA is classified into mini and micro. Satellite DNA on the basis of mainly on the basis of the number of base pair, size of the fragment. Okay, length of the fragment. Suppose mini satellite is made by 1 to 9 base pair, micro satellite, mini satellite 10 to 100 base pair, and macro satellite more than 100 base pair. So satellite may be classified on the basis of length of the fragment, but also number of repetitive unit and ATGC base. So all of the is correct, but mostly correct option is length of the fragment. Match the list 1 and list 2. Ligase. Ligase is called molecular glue. Okay, so it joins short segment of DNA together. DNA, DNA, if they want to say what is the function of DNA, DNase or endonuclease, then the function is right, but here only DNA, so it is the wrong option. Helicase breaks the hydrogen bond, that is during replication the hydrogen bond is break down by helicase. So here the Answer the card. So correct option is 1 and 3 is correct and 2 is false. 57 number question says match list 1 with list 2 and select the correct answer using the codes given below the list. A. DNA structure is determined by Watson and Crick and also Rosalind Franklin. The A is 1. No, A is 3. A is 3. Semi-conservative mode of replication is discovered by Michelson and Stahl. 4. Right. 101 enzyme hypothesis is Biddle and Tatum. This is 2. And induction of mutation is Muller and Sadler. 1. Clear? So, this is the 3 is the correct option. 58 number question says an individual produce following types of A, B, C. The gamete produced by A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C and A, B, C. So what can be possible genotype of this individual? Here you can observe here A is capital present, C is capital present, but B is not capital present. So the possible genotype is AA, B, C. 4 is correct. 59 number question says a cross of wild type red-eyed female Drosophila and violet-eyed male produce red-eyed offspring. When we cross red-eyed female and violet-eyed male cross, all the progenies are red-eyed because here W plus is the dominant character and W plus represent the red-eyed. Okay. What should the reciprocal cross? Reciprocal cross means the female is red-eyed, but here the female is violet-eyed and male is red-eyed. Okay. So here the W is the dominant character. Here W is dominant, that is violet character. So violet character. So here produce 50% red-eyed, 50% violet-eyed. Clear? 50% red-eyed and 50% violet-eyed. W plus is red because these are sex-linked trait. So Y chromosome does not have any value. Only X chromosome has value. So the Y does not have any value. So W plus is red. So W plus express itself, but Y does not express. Okay. So in case of reciprocal crosses, red and violet both are present. Red-eyed female and violet-eyed male is the correct option. 60 number question says which of the following is not true difference between IgG and IgM? Number 1 question, IgM is the pentamer. Definitely IgM is a pentamer and IgG is a monomer, right? Number 2, IgG is formed early during the primary response. IgG is formed early during primary response. Not IgM shows primary response and IgG show secondary response. This is the wrong answer. IgG can cross the placenta, IgM usually does not. Yes, IgG3 cross the placenta. IgG has 2 antigen binding site. But here 10 antigen binding site. So the not true option is IgG is formed early during the primary response. IgM is formed later. 61 number question, which of the following belongs to the painkiller? Painkiller means opiates. Painkiller means opiates like morphine, codeine, etc. These are painkiller. But sedative means makes the person feel sleepy and reduce the activity. Opium, opiates, or opium are a good example of sedative. Hallucinogen drugs that induce alteration of perception, thoughts and sensation like LSD, psilocybin, mushroom and pioids, and stimulant drugs that increase the alertness, attention and energy level. Example cocaine, amphetamine, and caffeine. 62 number question says higher plants differ from animals in the sense of cell division. The plants differ from higher animals because spindle microtubules, kinetic or ancestral spindle, because the plants produce ancestral spindle but animal produce astral spindles. 63 number question says higher plants differ from animals in spindle microtubule, that is ancestral spindle. Sixty-four number question says mitotic spindle is mainly composed of the protein that is tubulin. Here you can say this is a microtubule and this is microtubule, and this microtubule is made by alpha tubulin and beta tubulin protein. So tubulin. 65 number question says animal cells undergo cytokinesis. Cytokinesis means division of cytoplasm. This is animal cell. In case of animal cell is furrow or cleavage is formed, but in case of plant cell, this is platelet is formed. Platelet is composed of Golgi, vesicle, phragmoplast, etc. But ridge or furrow is produced in animal cells, that is furrow, followed by deposition of special materials. That is 4 is the correct option. Not 4, this is the furrowing. Only 1 is the correct option. But in case of plant cell, not furrow but deposition of special material like Golgi body and phragmoplast. So this is the end of this video. I think you like it. So share it to your friend and thank you for watching this video. Thank you.